Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to talk about addition and subtraction fraction. On our previous lesson, we discussed about equivalent fractions. We also discussed about comparing fractions, and we can actually use it in addition and subtraction of fractions. Now in here, guys, we only have 3 simple steps for both addition and subtraction. So first step, all we need to do is make sure the denominators are the same. Okay? Now we said that denominators are the number on the bottom part and the numerators are the numbers on the upper part or on the top part. Now, second step, if the denominators are already the same, all you need to do is to add the numerators together. So just the number on top. And then after that, the next step or the final step will be to simplify the fraction or to divide it into a number for it to have its lowest form. Now we have here addition of fraction. First, okay, so we have 2 ways. First one, if they have the same denominators, and the next one, if they have different denominators. So let's first have fractions that have, fractions that have the same denominators. So we have here 1 over 4 added to 1 over 4. Now we said step 1, make sure the denominators are the same. So they are already the same. So let's proceed to step 2, add the numerators together. So we can write it as, all you need to do is to add 1 plus 1 over 4. And then 1 plus 1 is 2. So the answer will be 2 over 4. Why this remained the same? Because the only numbers that we are going to add will be the numerators. Okay, so the answer is 2 over 4. Now, the last step will be to simplify this number. Okay, so I divided it to 2 over 2 because the answer will be 1 and a half. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and then 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so we can no longer simplify this one because this is already 1. Now, if we are going to look at this in a picture form, as you can see here, this is 1/4 added to 1/4, and it becomes 2 over 4, and is also the same as 1/2. Same or shaded. Okay, so next one, what if the denominators are different? Okay, so let's proceed here. So we have 1 over 3 is added to 1 over 6. Now, since they have different denominators, we have to make sure that they will have the same denominator because that is the step 1. Before we can add it, make its denominator the same first. So we have to go back when we are comparing fractions. So we have to write it like this, and we can multiply one fraction to a number which will give us the same denominator with the other fraction. Okay, so we have here 6 and we have here 3. Now we can multiply this fraction by 2 over 2. Why? Because if we are going to multiply 1 multiplied by 2 is equal to 2, 3 times 2 equals 6, which will give us the same denominator with the other fraction. Now we have the same denominator. Let's proceed to step 2. So we have here 2 over 6. This one, we have to get this. Okay, added to here. So we have 1 over 6. Next, all we need to do is to add. So we can write it like 2 plus 1 is, and then over 6. And then 2 plus 1 is 3 over 6. Why 6? Because we only have to add numerators, right? So final step, 3 over 6. So that is the answer, but we can still simplify this. We can still turn it into its lowest form. So we can write, or we can divide it by 3. Okay, 3 over 3, which will give us 1 over 2. Okay, so the answer there will be 1 over 2. That is the final answer. And for this one, the final answer will be 1 over 2 as well. Okay, so that's it, student, for adding fractions.